Hey, I'm back. I know it's been a little bit, if anybody noticed, I don't know, but I've been a bit burnt out from life lately, and that kind of affected the whole artwork thing. And I wanted to make this video about the idea of overcoming how, like, when you get burnt out, your artwork suffers decently from it. So basically, life gets really hard. And although you have the energy, well, you don't have the energy. You have the want to do artwork, but there's just too much in your life going on. And because like you just don't feel good, just everything just doesn't feel right, your art gets worse. And I don't know if like it's just my artist's eye just perceiving my art getting worse, or if it's actually getting worse. Like, you know how sometimes when you level up in like your artist's eye, things start to seem like wonky, but I don't think that's what this was. I think literally my artist's eye got affected because I was stressed. So let me just say I am pregnant with my third kid, and I'm just getting over like the craziness of the first trimester. So that's basically just, like when you get hungover and you just feel like garbage. It was like that for months. Well, it felt like months. Maybe it was like 2 months. But yeah, so just every day, just feeling like garbage. And then not only do you feel like garbage, you have to take care of two kids. So I work from home as an artist, and you deal with two kids, and you just feel like crap. And you need to do your sketching because sketching equals improvement. Okay, but every time that I would sit down to sketch, like doing not work stuff, like my artist's eye was so off. Like, I don't know if that, okay, as an artist, you probably get it. Like, when you look at your reference image and you relay it onto your paper, the angles, for some reason, your hand can't make it go correctly. It doesn't go the way that you perceive it. You have to make a bunch of corrections. Just everything was all sorts off. My proportions seemed like they were off. Like, my professional work was okay. I've been managing that, but like it's been like at a plateau. But I'm kind of the type of artist that wants to constantly improve. So, like in my sketchbook, that's where I practice. That's where I target the kind of where I'm lacking in skill and try to practice, or just I have inspiration. I just want to get that out, and I'm just practicing my general like artist eye skills. Anyway, I was pregnant. I'm pregnant. So I was in my first trimester just feeling like garbage, extremely, stressed, overworked, two kids. I'm still like everything's a little bit wonky, and I was like, okay, I'm going to make this video about how to overcome it, cuz I'm really good at overcoming things. I can just power through and then things will get better. But I tell you what, I still feel like my artist's eye is off. I mean, I think it's like one of those things that it's a grind. You're leveling up, but I feel like I'm leveling to where I was. I'm like, I backpedaled because I was stressed and just really tired and everything was just garbage. And now I'm trying to get back to where I was. And the main thing I want to say is it sucks, okay? Like, if you ever felt that way, if you feel like you backslid in your art because your life was just really stressful, like, that is one of the worst feelings, because you know that you're not leveling up. You're not, your artist's eye isn't, like, progressing. I mean, I don't think it is, but, like, you're backsliding, and it makes you feel so bad about yourself because it's nothing that you're doing. Like, you have the motive, you know exactly what you want to be drawing. You have, like, I have character ideas in my head. I have scenes that I, like, just my general thing is, lately I've been wanting to draw, like military action photos from, like, historic photo records, and that really inspires me because I think they're dynamic and interesting. They pump me up. And when I try to draw them, it's just like I'm having to do all of these corrections that I've never had to do before. It feels like I'm like in middle school again. Oh my gosh. It's just, it degrades your self-worth, and not only do you feel bad because you're in kind of a hard situation in your life, you feel bad in your art as well. And it's like how what I've been doing lately is nothing, okay? I got like two sketches, okay, 1.5 sketches in my sketchbook. And like the first one I didn't like. So the one that you're seeing right now is from a month ago. And in my sketchbook, maybe that's like 6 pages ago. I just haven't had any time to sketch my sketchbook. Like, I have my little mini on the go sketchbook, and I know I need to take more time to like go to a coffee shop, get out of the house, kind of like separate myself from all these responsibilities, whether it be like home stuff or like commission work that I really need to work on. Like, just, I need to solely focus on doing the creative things that make me happy. Just playing. Like, playing with art is really important in developing your artist's eye, and I need to make the time for it. But because life is poopy doo-doo sometimes and there's just so much stress, it's like what do you do? I don't know. So that was the main idea for this video, was talk about how to overcome it, but I can't tell you anything because I'm dumb. I don't know. I can't help you, I'm sorry. I'm just here to talk about how if you're in the same boat, I get you. Yep. Okay, so I guess that's the first part of the video. What's the second part? I don't know. Finding things that give you inspiration to draw. I mean, like, I've been going on Pinterest, but honestly, that hasn't really been inspiring me a lot lately. Like, I went on Tumblr a little bit for like fandom stuff, and that really hasn't been inspiring me a bunch lately. Like, sometimes sometimes Instagram. It just, honestly, my Twitter timeline, like just looking at like historical photos has been, I think, the most helpful thing. And when I think about the characters and the story that I'm working on, that really gives me some motivation. Like, I'm trying to figure out if I want my story to take place in like the Vietnam War era, or oh my gosh, what is it, like Operation Enduring Freedom? I think that's like the early 2010s, like right after 9/11. I really like that era of like military history and stuff, because it's kind of the transition from like digital, I don't know, what do you mean, like what am I even talking about? Like, old tech. I really like the idea of like old tech, like the first Alien movie. I don't know, it's just, I like the old tech stuff. So I was thinking about doing like a special forces story. Like, I have all these characters and I've kind of like transformed them through like places in history, which has been a lot of fun. And I've been playing with them, but I need to figure out like the two main characters' personalities a little bit more. And what I really want to do is like draw the characters interacting, but like I feel like I'm not to that point yet. I always feel like I'm never to that point yet of just being able to simply draw my characters, probably because like people that draw their characters in a variety of situations, I don't know how they do it, because I'm like way too picky. Like, I need their likenesses to be there, and like coming up with specific poses, and like in my mind, I'm like, I know what I want these characters to do and how they would interact. But because I'm so like detail oriented, like if you look at people that draw their OCs and whatever doing stuff, like you can see there's like anatomical errors, like there's errors in the outfits or the background or whatever, and it's because they're so focused on just portraying the character and all the fun stuff, they don't get bogged down by the details. And us as viewers, we actually don't really usually notice those imperfections because you're there for the character. But like when you look longer at it, you can see that because they're so focused on the character, they kind of lessen the like anatomical correctness, like the detail things that would make it like perfect. Because if you had the character and you made the poses and everything just like perfect, that would take so much time. And that's where I am. I'm like, I want these characters to be portrayed, but I can't just like willy-nilly do it, because if I see the imperfections, then it'll make me angry. So I can't I can't draw my characters. I mean, what I have been thinking is I need to figure out how to do like a loose sketch type like thing that's like it's anatomically accurate and it's like the scene is displayed accurately, but I can insert my characters in it. It's just like less detail, but like technically it's correct. So I need to work on that. But in order for me to work on that, I need to focus on like those military scenes or like cowboy scenes, like historical photos and things like that. So that's what I want to do. So I have this vision in my head, but my big hurdle is overcoming my artist eye lag that I've had because life has been stressful. So I'm trying to like calm down, take deep breaths, and like take time for myself and like do what you need to do is like studies that aren't super detail oriented, because in order to like refocus your artist's eye, I think it's important to like take in things at a distance. So just like figure out shapes. Like you need to figure out shapes, and then that's when you go into the details. But I think maybe I should go from like figuring out shapes, next sketch, figuring out shapes, next sketch. So just like loose sketches they're correct, but just don't linger on them, because when you linger, that's when it's like, okay, that's like 2 hours lost. And I don't really have 2 hours to lose on a sketch. Like last night, I feel like I was sketching this one portrait for way too long. First of all, I shouldn't have like jumped back into drawing with like a portrait sketch, because that's all like, it needs to look like the actor. Like it needs to be seen as that character. That means like proportions need to be correct, the minute detail, because faces, like people, we see faces and we can see even like when the slightest thing is off, it just triggers us. So that is not something I should have been doing to like try to retrain my artist's eye, because that was a recipe for disaster. So I don't know. So I'm wrapping up this video. There's dogs in this drawing. They're catching frisbees. I thought it'd be super fun to just like go on Pinterest and look at dogs catching frisbees, because I find the poses really fun and interesting, and they're like flying. And I'm kind of bad when it comes to like page layout and sketchbooks sometimes. So I just kind of wanted to be like wiggly, fun. And then I did like the brown with the orange. I feel like that's a pretty good combination. It's like warm brown with that kind of more vibrant orange that gets toned down with the brown. But yeah, I love colored pencils. Oh my gosh, I've been working with my Blackwing pencils because I love them. But like I'm working on 2 pages in a sketchbook that are like they're sandwiched together. And that means I have to spray them with fixative. Like, so I need to like, it just takes more time. Like you do your sketch in your sketchbook and then you need to spray fixative afterwards. And it's like all this time, just like sketches are supposed to be just fun, low energy, low effort. But like I realized this a while ago. I'm like, why did my old sketchbooks, like only one of the 2 pages would be drawn on. It's because smudging sucks, especially when you use graphite. Like, it's when you're a kid, you don't use like fixative or anything. So I would do like one page of the 2 pages in a sketchbook, and like you'd see people with like back-to-back pages, and it's like, that's not attainable. What are you talking about? Why would I eat? So I don't know. Needless to say, if you see people's sketchbooks with dual pages and you feel self-conscious that you're only doing one of those 2 pages because you work with graphite, do not feel bad about yourself, because you're just working with the medium, and you're trying to be loose and free with your sketchbook, and you don't need to care about fixative if you're just doing one of the 2 pages. Like, they'll fade a little bit because of like slight rubbing, but you're doing good, okay? So you don't need to completely fill your sketchbook because you're fine, okay? Some people need to chill with their sketchbooks. I mean, I'm going ham on my sketchbook, and I don't know why I'm pushing myself so hard. I mean, it feels nice looking at a sketchbook that's like super filled and like the pages look okay, but I don't know. It's like when you're a kid, you just don't care that much about it. You shouldn't have to care that much about it. But yeah, that's the page. I'm done. Well, no, I'm not. I forgot there's a 4th doggy because I don't know how to lay out a page. So I had to fill that tiny little space with a bonus dog. So hopefully my video helped in maybe some way. I don't know. Did you enjoy it? Tell me if you hated the video. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, until next time, have fun drawing, and if you're burnt out, I wish you well. I don't really have advice, just keep drawing and be nice to yourself, because it's good to be nice, and don't take things so hard. Okay. Bye-bye.